Be ready. 5 seconds to go. One of the harsh realities of political life in South Asia at the time when the Constituent Assembly of India was engaged in its task was the fact that the British Empire broke up into two sovereign units. The decision of the Muslim majority provinces of British India to continue themselves into Pakistan aroused the apprehension in the minds of the nationalist leadership in India that they might have to face further attempts at succession from a future Indian unions. As a result of this apprehension, the Gandhian notion of a truly decentralized and federal India did not receive the serious attention in the debate on the constitution which otherwise observed. If an unwarranted centralization of power was the crucial weakness of Constitution of 1950, then its great strength lay in conferring voting rights on every adult member of Indian society. Indeed, it would be no exaggeration to assert the exercise of the right to vote by the citizens of India has, more than anything else, sustained the republic over the past 6 decades. As we dwell upon the provision of the Indian Constitution from the vantage point of the late 1990s, we cannot but be struck by the wisdom and the courage with which the founding fathers of the nation laid down the rulers by which democratic practice in the country was to be shaped. Let us consider the question of the presidential form of governance, which enjoys support in some circles today. The farmers of the constitution were actually conscious of the fact that they were devising rules and procedures designed to shape liberal practice in a very diverse and highly plural society. Indeed, so diverse are the social constituents of our nation that it is difficult to imagine that a president, even one elected directly on the basis of adult franchise, could represent the rich diversity and infinite variety of Indian society. As against this, the so-called Westminster model, with provision for a broad-based cabinet headed by a prime minister, all drawn from an elected legislature, provides a much more appropriate and resilient mechanism for the governance of a highly plural society. It is widely believed among that the first past the poll system puts a heavy premium upon political stability in a society. This is brought about by giving a majority in the legislature to a political party even when the number of votes it receives may be less than half the total number of votes cast. This may not be very healthy stability.